Good morning, all students of 10th class English medium from APS group. So we are continuing here our topic now focus in previous class or maybe period we have completed this question. I think 2 marks or 3 marks question. Who were Grimm brothers and what were their intentions regarding the German nation? Okay. Now our next topic here, according to our blueprint, who was Karol Kurpinski? Who was Karol Kurpinski? Actually, Karol Kurpinski was a musician, or what we say, a singer from Poland. He popularized his that profession and given some name that according to the Poland nation to popularize the nationalism in his own country. So you can see here, Karol Kurpinski celebrated the national struggle through his opera. Opera is a kind of that musical activities and music turning folk dances. You know that folk dances, what we say, local Dehati Lokgeet or Nrtya. So national struggle, you can see turning folk dances like the Polonized. It means it converted into in or what we say in Polish language and Mazurka name given to these dancing activities into nationalist symbols. So his popularization of these programs increased the way of nationalism in Poland. So that was the answer of regarding Karol Kurpinski. Now after that, 3 marks question here. The same question come from that line. Language played an important role in developing nationalist sentiments. Full stop, explain or describe or discuss. So here, which language? Here, the Polish language referenced this nationalist sentiments with the help of the Polish people here. So you can see here, when Russia occupied the land of Poland, in that condition, that Russian government overthrew the Polish language from the schools, and in place of Polish language, they started uh, Russian language there. You can see here, after Russian occupation, Polish language was forced out of school. Remove the Polish language from the school, and they began Russian language was imposed everywhere. Imposed, लागू किया गया everywhere. In 1831, now the people of Poland, especially we say Polish word used for the native people of Poland and the language of Poland. Okay, so they started revolt against Russian government, but that revolt in the last ultimately crushed, finished, defeated these Russian army, defeated Polish people army. So now the people were very angry from that activity. Now after that activity, now the power come in the hands of the priest, bishop, father of churches in that Poland. So these priests, these priests of these churches, they use Polish language for their religious activities or religious instructions in the church campus. Whenever they use any letter or anything information, they always used Polish language. So in the last, information come to Russian government. First of all, they precise these priest people that you remove these activities, and in place of Polish language, you will use Russian language, but they denied for that. So in the last, Russian government put them into jail. Put them into jail. So as a result, large number of priests, bishop, what we say, padri, they put in jail or sent to, they in Siberia. In all over the world, Siberia is a one kind of a place where 6 months day and 6 months night. That type of area. So these priests and bishops, as a prisoner, sent to Siberia jail by the Russian authorities as a very big punishment for their refusal. Refusal, it means manakana, for their refusal to preach in Russian language. So you can see here how this Polish language used by the priests of Poland, they motivate other people to save their local language or what we say mother language. So the use of Polish language came to be seen as a symbol of the struggle against Russian dominance. According to blueprint, it is, I think, 2 marks question. So very well you learn these questions. Okay. So now the new topic here, the first line of this topic many times come as a very big question in your S.st paper. The line is here. The 1830s were years of great economic hardship in Europe. Here, S means the time of 10 years. In English, we say decades. The time of 10 years. So the 1830s, I repeat the question. The 1830s, it means the time from 1830 to 1839. The time of 10 years. The time of 10 years, the 1830s were years of great economic hardship in Europe. It means from pocket, they were only empty from pocket. There is no any source of to earn money from anywhere, maybe in local area, maybe in village area, maybe in town area, maybe in city area. So what happened at that time? Now we see the first point given here, that is during the 19th century, the population all over Europe increased. The population all over Europe increased. So how these new generation, they feed their life, their hunger, how they control their hunger, update. Most of the people, they were wandering from one place to other place in search of job. Here what written? Seekers of jobs, then employment. It means the population of the people who wandering from here and there in search of a job, their population very big if compared to the people who did work as an employee. Now, second thing, people come from rural areas. They migrated from rural areas to town area, what we say city area, to search or in search of the job to earn money. Now third thing here, the small producers, small industrialists, they defend they defend the competition from the machine made clothes from the Britain. In Britain, Liverpool and Manchester. Liverpool and Manchester, there were two very big manufacturing cities were there at that time. In India also at that time, the clothes came from the Britain on that packet made in Manchester already written there. Okay, so here the nation of Europe, they faced a stiff competition from the clothes made in Manchester or made in Liverpool. So that is very big competition here. After that, especially in textile production, very big loss because these people, they manage clothes from the home. In at home, they never use in big condition machinery product which they never use. So very big stiff competition. The clothes made from the machine. Now in this area, aristocracy people, upper class, upper class people always enjoyed their royal life, but peasants, laborers, and artisans, they always faced very stiff competition, or what we say, their life having lot of misery, and they always have burden of feudal dues from the landlord, some dues and some obligations. Obligations, restrictions managed from the upper caste, so they have lot of this type of problem. Now the last point here, sometime in some year, due to harvesting, due to bad harvesting due to what happen, sometime where big storms come, rainfall come, and sometime due to scarcity of rainfall, due to scarcity of rainfall, that year very bad harvest, and due to that widespread pauperism. Pauperism word in Hindi we say apra tapri. In Hindi we say apra tapri. Pauperism means tussle. From here and there, people were wandering from here and there in search of food and in search of money, but nowhere they found these things. Okay, so these I think near about 7 or 8 points come in the answer of this question. So that answer completed. After that, our new topic come according to our blueprint, the revolution 1848. The revolution 1848. So here you can see this revolution especially took place in France. So in the year of 1848, you very well know about that. At this time in France, constitutional monarchy government reign here. Okay. So in constitutional monarchy government, Louis Philippe was the constitutional monarch here. So in this year 1848, due to bad harvest, food shortages came here, food shortages and widespread unemployment. So due to that, the people who were living in the Paris, they came out. They came out and they spread on the roads of Paris. Barricades were erected. Barricades were erected, and barricades, how the police manage the barricades to stop the people here. So barricades were erected, हटा दिए गए, barricades removed, and Louis Philippe was forced to flee, forced, मजबूर होना पड़ा, forced to flee, भाग जाना. Now you can see here a new National Assembly managed there in place of State General. Now National Assembly took place here, managed here, and they proclaimed the first time in the world after the America, first time in the European history, they declared France as a republic nation. They declared France as a republic nation. Now you can see here. After that, they also granted right to vote. Here, other word given here, suffrage. Suffrage means right to vote. They also granted right to vote to all adults above 21 years. You can see here, they granted right to vote power to all adults in France above 21 years. And you can see here, they also guaranteed the right to work. In India, you can see here Narega, Mahatma Gandhi National Gramin Rozgar Guarantee Scheme. So you can also see here Narega. Likewise, Narega in our India, Narega started after 2005, and you can see here in France this Narega type scheme guaranteed the right to work already started in 1848. So what is the difference between, you can see the very big gap from 1848 to 2005 and 8 years. So these European countries very advanced in some these works. So guaranteed the right to work. National workshops also provide to employees to give them training for their employment. So these national workshops we say in Hindi, Rashtriya Karyasala. So these also here used by the National Assembly. So this is a very short question. I think near about 2 marks. Now after that, one event took place in the village of Silesia, and in this village, weavers were lived here. So that event took place on 4th June 1845, near about 2 p.m. So what was took place there? You can see here the crowd from the weavers, mostly people come close, and they marched to the mansion, the building of contractor, especially regarding the textile contractor. So they were treated with the scorn. They have lot of tools from their field, and they jump inside the building given here in the house. It smashes its elegant window. They destroy the very that designing window, and you can see here fans, button, furniture, porcelain, POP. That POP also destroyed by these people. They broke into they come into the storehouse where ready-made or maybe finished clothes there. So they looted these clothes, they plundered these clothes and run away from that area. Some clothes also shreds hard enough. They also shred some clothes also. Likewise, you can see here in the last that contractor very afraid, very afraid from this activity, and he ran away from that area with his family, and he came to one near village where the people of that village they afraid from nearby village people, they denied to give them shelter, they denied to give them shelter. So he returned after 24 hours. That contractor returned after 24 hours with the army, with the French army, who gave them help in this condition. So in the exchange of firing, near about 11 weavers stood down. Near about 11 weavers stood down in this event, in this exchange. So this very short event took place on 4th June, given here, 4th June 1845, near about 2 p.m. So this question completed. Now our next question here about the Frankfurt Parliament. So for today's period, last topic here, I am continuing here. Frankfurt Parliament. Actually, Frankfurt is a city in German nation, and at that time, that was the part of 39 Confederation of States. So the liberal, revolutionary, or what we say, middle class people of this area, Frankfurt area, they got education, they manage their body, their health condition, and they also manage their house also. So their condition improved. Now they think about the political association. So they establish some political association also. So all over in that area, lot of political associations took place by this middle class, liberal, revolutionary people. They demanded for a nation state in that area. They demanded for a constitution. They demanded for a parliament, and they also demanded for a freedom of press and association. So for these reasons, they came together on one day. That day was on 18th May 1848. That day was on 18th May 1848. On that day, many political association people came together, and in these associations, lot of middle class people, they were professionals, professionals, Businessmen, you know very well about this word. Prosperous artisans, Sampanna Kalakar, Sampanna Kalakar, prosperous artisans, they came together, they sit together in the city of Frankfurt and they decided to vote. And all these people of these associations, they decided to vote. They wanted to manage to establish all German National Assembly. All German National Assembly. So for that reason, on that day, 18th May 1848, they elected near about 831. Exact figure given here. They elected 831 representative from the political associations, and now they marched in a festive procession, जुलूस के तौर पर गाजे बाजे के साथ in a festive procession, and they will go in the church of Saint Paul, in the church of Saint Paul on that day, where this Frankfurt Parliament took place. So here they drafted a miniature of constitution. They drafted a constitution, and for that constitution, according to that constitution, they managed the highest post as a constitutional monarchy, as a constitutional monarchy. And for that post, they wanted to select the Prussia king at the time. The name of the Prussia king, Frederick Wilhelm. At the time, Frederick Wilhelm was the king of Prussia. But actually, he was very old person, aged person. So when he listened about that decision, he automatically rejected that decision, that offer. He rejected that offer due to his age and due to his afraidness and due to these new ideas. That these new ideas may be fulfilled or not fulfilled. So he was afraid. So no opposed, and he joined hands with the other monarch to remove these activities, to finish these activities, to, to will abolish these activities. Now, but actually these Frankfurt Parliament representatives, they were new for these reasons, and they also wanted to convert himself as a very big person, like upper class people. So they in the parliament they only took decision regarding to the higher class people, regarding to the higher class people, and they ignore the lower class people in their decision also. They ignore the lower class people also in their decision. So in the last day, protest took place against the Frankfurt Parliament in the Frankfurt city. Protest took place in the Frankfurt city against Frankfurt Parliament. So the King Frederick Wilhelm now had a chance to abolish these new ideas. So he sent military troops in the building of Saint Paul Church, in the church of Saint Paul, and army come in and they gave warning to all representatives that come outside, otherwise ready for ready for death. So these the representatives of the Frankfurt Parliament, they fled from these activities and they came out. Likewise, this Frankfurt Parliament disbanded. तितर बितर हो गई, स्थगित हो गई. This Frankfurt Parliament disbanded with this activity. This is the complete story of Frankfurt Parliament. Now some topics, some issues come during that portion, that women also wanted to take part in this Frankfurt Parliament with the some newspapers, headings, and some political meetings. But overall, you can see here. This is the scenario. Now I come here. You can see here. This is the complete scenario of the Frankfurt Parliament. In this Frankfurt Parliament, this is the complete view of Church of St. Paul. You can see here the complete view of Church of St. Paul. Upper side you can see here. There is no need of my face. This is the need of this complete scenario. Germania. You can see here. Germania installed upper side, upper portion of this Church of St. Paul here. And you can see here, this side, you can see here, that complete sitting portion here. You can see here, all women here. Women allow here as an observer. You have the right to observe these all activities, but you didn't have the right to say something. Okay, so you can see here, women sit here only as an observer. You can see Germania picture start here. Now you can see here downside. These representatives were sitting here. They took decisions. Now you can see here in the last this assembly disband. Now come the conclusion portion here. Now the next question here: what was the result of this Frankfurt Parliament? What were the results of this Frankfurt Parliament? Now you can see here three results came out from this Frankfurt Parliament. First point: now the monarchs were beginning to realize. Now the kings have the some feelings about the lower class people. They now felt that now we will change ourselves. Now we will change ourselves. Otherwise, these revolution cycle come close, repeat, repeat, repeat. Second point here, they wanted to reduce the repression forces. And third thing, they wanted to give some concession. They wanted to give some concession to the liberal nationalist people of the Europe. Now, some other 2 points here. Some power given to, you can see here, some power given to Central and Eastern Europe in by the autocratic monarch, and serfdom and bonded labor were also abolished. Serfdom and bonded labor, बंधुआ मजदूरी और सामंतवादी also completed here, uh, sorry, also abolished here by the monarch. And the third point given here, that Habsburg domination in Russia also they abolished this. Last point, third point, Habsburg rulers they granted more freedom. They wanted to give, they granted more freedom to Hungarians, the people of Hungary, in 1867. In 1867. So that was the completion of our topic here. So I want to complete this today's video. Saurabh sir. So today this video completion. Thank you. Have a nice day.